let's say that last fall you set a goal to save for a vacation that you're hoping to take later this summer, right? You and
Mm-hmm.
your family will be flying out west. You're going to travel around, explore a bunch of national parks, rent cars, drive around, do the whole road trip out west thing. It's going to be
Yeah.
such a great experience.
Mm-hmm.
But with inflation being what it is, you're going to end up obviously paying so much more for really everything. So
Yeah.
planning for airfare, car rentals, gas, food, nothing is untouched by this.
Right.
In fact, I mean, really just like gas alone is going to end up
Mm-hmm.
costing you so much more. But it'll be, hard to have that same experience if you don't rent the car and you don't
Right.
drive to all. I mean, it's the only way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done the math, you are likely still able to make it all work, but it'll be tight, and you might end up having to skip out on some of the more recreational stuff that you had decided to do along the way. So some of those experiences you might not get to have because everything is going to end up costing more. So what do? Do you save and decide that it's worth using the money you save for and try to have the vacation that you planned with the understanding that you will likely need to cut out some things along the way because of the increase in cost? Or do you skip and look for an alternative plan that is a better fit for the money you have on hand? Choosing to wait for inflation to kind of die down a little bit to allow you to more comfortably have the vacation that you had your sights set on. So you can still do something fun, but it really is will you get the most out of the money? Will you get the experience that you had in mind? I'm curious because I do feel like this is something that a lot of you are probably facing right now. Your money is not going to go as far. So what would you do? Save or skip?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy this question for a lot of different reasons, but probably not the reasons why you think. Well, I really
Okay.
enjoy this question. And my answer to the question is because this is like a critical moment, especially for those of us that are parents, right? Or have children in our lives that we guide. There are so many of us who want to protect our children from what we feel like are adult things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like how much things cost. And so what we end up doing in that effort of protecting them from, just having a free childhood or wanting them to have like a free, happy childhood is we don't talk to them about actual struggles and money. And
Yes. Yes.
we skip the conversation and we make these decisions without involving them. And then they become adults and they don't know how to handle things.
Oof,
They
that
don't
is
know how to
true.
handle the stress that can come along with finances when you're not making, not making those agile decisions, right? They just don't know what to do, or they're calling you so that you can make the decision for them. They're still relying on mom and dad and or whomever that parental role model is for them
Mm-hmm.
to navigate this. And so the reason why I love this question is because I've talked about like having core values and core principles for us as a family. And one of those for me is to make sure that my kids are financially confident and have the building blocks to financial success before they ever leave my home.
Yes.
And
I love
so
that.
for me, I can't necessarily tell you that my answer is save or skip, because my answer would be to present both options to my kids,
Mm-hmm.
let them know why that these options now exist, talk to them about inflation, talk to them about the fact that, milk used to cost, organic 2% milk used to cost like $4 and now it's $7.
Yeah.
And, you guys go through milk all the time. So like, so like those things impact. And like, what would you rather do? Would you rather have like still have this vacation that we planned, or would you rather like keep it closer to home and have a different experience and do something like this later? And let them kind of decide what they think is best and what experience they're going to have, and go with that. Obviously I'm still a parent and can guide them toward having the conversation and making that decision, right? So it's not like black and white
Mm-hmm.
for them. But I really think that this is a good opportunity to involve the whole family.